There it is, about an hour later from that last video. Intake, everything all snug. Last video, you've seen all this all tore out. I got the new plugs in it. Capped them 44 thousandths. And gab, everything's straight. The wires are all in. I had to replace the hose, which I can show you on the old motor. See where my finger is? It's a coolant line that runs through the throttle body. There's one on the other side. If you look down here, that helps. This the one I had to replace, was the hose coming from here. There's another one here. This one, if you look on this motor, this is fun swapping motors around. It comes off the back. It goes over here into the back of the head. I had to replace that hose. It runs all the way to the water neck here in the front. It goes in the bottom, down here. It runs underneath the intake. It comes out through the top and over. Luckily, I got the old motor here to show you how all that works. But replace that hose while you got them apart. It'll save you a lot of headache later on. That's what I went ahead and did. Got a new hose in there. New hose clamps and all. Here's where it connects to. There ain't no water journal. You see, I'm getting ready to hook the chains up to her and drop her into this car over here. Last video I showed you, that's the last time you'll see the engine bay. I lied. Show you one more time. One last time. Actually getting the sun to shine a little bit today. We got about an hour left of daylight. We're gonna get her in there. Don't mind what I'm doing to this engine here. I'm gonna rebuild her. It's gonna have new bottom end, bearings, rod bearings, new rings, all that. If anybody's interested, hit me up. Work out a price or something, some kind of negotiation. You might have something I need. That's why I said the transmission, everything's connected still. I got the computer, I got the wiring harness, everything for this car. I took everything out the other car, and I'm keeping it with this. I didn't know until halfway through the job what was wrong with this motor. There's really nothing wrong with it, just some vacuums were cut, were broke, they dry rotted and cracked, and the speed sensor was unhooked. That was it. That's probably what was wrong with it to begin with. But let's see, this is it. Let's be her. Make sure everything's still hooked up. Yeah. Everything here. That's about it. Usually when you do a motor swap, you change the timing belt and all that stuff. Guy's not interested in all that right now. He don't want to spend all that money, so. And I told him ahead of time what he needed to do. If they don't want to listen, what can you do? But it's all together. And I even put the bolts back in the bracket over here. They're bolted back up. There's a goofy little bracket down here underneath the throttle body. There's two bolts hidden underneath it. You ever have a problem trying to get one off? There's brackets holding it on, so shouldn't be giving everybody tips on all that stuff, but that's what the problem is. There's brackets that hold this thing on there. You can unbolt it from the intake down here, and you ain't getting this off until you unbolt the brackets. There's one on each side, and then you got one in the front. Well, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. I don't waste too much time showing you this video. The only other thing I gotta change is the catalytic converter. It bolted down there at the bottom, which this one here on this car is one whole piece all the way back. That's why I had so much problem trying to get that out. This one come right out because I didn't have to monkey with all that. But I got jack her up, drain out the oil, pan gasket, all that stuff should be done But the customer don't want to spend no more money. He's tapped out, so can't do things for free sometimes. But that's all that is. I think I changed that catalytic converter out, and I'm going with it. Next video, I'll either show you with me getting it in, or it might be already in. Depends on how much daylight I got left. You know? Look at that nice, beautiful snow. Yes, people, I'm out here in the weather. That's a real mechanic for you. Rain, shine, cold, hot, it don't matter. That poor old grease monkeys in there cussing something. And if you're a mechanic, you appreciate what I'm saying, because you know, you'll be cussing something. Cussing the designer or somebody. Ain't no joke.